Well, folks, I am back with another video on the Level 8 Gibraltar. Man, that is a mouthful. We actually took a 2.5 week vacation. We utilized this luggage the entire time. Now, I did a full kind of initial video on this. If you want to look at that, I will put a link in the description as well as at the end of the video. But I wanted to go through this one now that I've had 2.5 weeks of full-on use with it, unpacking and packing a whole bunch of times. So sit back, relax. Let's dig into our experience with the Level 8 Gibraltar. So first off, I wanted to say that for what it is, exactly what I said in my initial video, I think I hit it right on the head. Exactly what this is. This is a very well built, very affordable, full aluminum piece of luggage. If you're looking for a fully aluminum luggage, you know, has that more aesthetic, more higher end piece of luggage, but it's less than 500 bucks. It retails at $429. It does come in the silver or the gray like you see here. It is a pretty awesome piece of luggage, if I'm honest about it. It really is. For the money, fantastic. And like I said in my other video, I was comparing this directly with my Rimowa aluminum luggage, which I can get 3 of these for the cost of that. So right off the bat, everything about this, from the fact that it has 3 hinges, just like my Rimowa piece of luggage, the cam buckling options, which are eerily similar to my Rimowa piece of luggage, not quite as nice, a little bit cheaper built, but I'm not gonna say bad things because we went on a 2.5 week vacation, jammed this thing to the absolute brim and then some, and we were compressing this down using our knees every single time we opened and closed it. And if I'm honest about it, we opened and closed it a lot because we stayed one night at a hotel, got packed it back up, went on our cruise, packed back up after the cruise, went to another hotel for one night, another hotel for another night, another hotel for a third night, and then 2 more after that. So that's how many times we packed this back up full. And it didn't get less full over time, it got more full with shirts and stuff that was being purchased. This thing was to the brim. And every single time this had to get shut back up, I had to help my daughter, who was the primary person that this was housing stuff for. I was the one that actually was shutting this every time. So yeah, I've had experience with it. It went to the brink and it's still clicking. So we put every single suitcase that we brought with us to the absolute test because we put way too much stuff in the suitcase. And that's because we were trying to pack as light as possible without checking a bag. We wanted to do carry-ons only to keep it light and easy because we knew we were going to be traveling through the New York subway system. We knew we were going to be opening and closing the bags a lot. And in the end, it was a great trip, but we did put these suitcases to the test. And in the end, and you can see our little, I never took off the USDA produce sticker from Puerto Rico. It took a beating. It went there and back again, and to be honest, there's just a few scuff marks on here from the airline more than anything. Otherwise, yeah, there's literally no paint or, you know, there's no real chips or anything. It's very well built. It is fully aluminum. And just like, you know, we have our compression bags in here. I think this is probably the one spot that we had our the least thing we liked is these compression pieces right here. This is the one piece that I wish they would change, and that is these connection points on the 4 corners. So if you look in here, we have, there we go. So we have these little tabs that kind of hook on, so they're these plastic tabs. The plastic tabs on these pieces themselves, but also, take this out, there are these hooks, metal hooks, that stick out in the suitcase. And we utilize the Ziploc style compression bags. We brought a couple extra just in case. We did rip one open on this hook right here. And from there on out, had to be really careful when we were packing this bag, how we would pack it. Because like I said, we packed these to the brim. We were squeezing as much stuff in here as possible, which is why we used the Ziploc bags. Typically, I don't use those unless I really need to use them. I think if there was one thing that I would change on this bag, it would be this compression system. I would go to a more traditional buckle style compression system that doesn't have these metal hooks, because if I take this out, and also these dividers, quite easily, if you could put a whole bunch of stuff in here, it doesn't really do a compression job because it literally will just pop off on the hinge side that easily. And then, so if you just did this, you still have these hooks hanging out, and they can catch your garments or your bags or whatever. That's my least favorite thing about it. We learned how to live with it and how to mitigate it, but in the end, that was the one thing, the only thing we found with this bag that both myself and my daughter did not like, is that. And it's on both sides, so it's independent. Now, the compression bags that they do give you are quite nice. They're more storage bag than compression, not really compression. And they give you these little Velcro pieces. If you watch my initial video, I go through all the stuff that came with this bag. But those little sacks they give you, we did utilize several of those for my daughter's stuff. And yeah, in the end, the point is that I always like to point out is I had to base this on the selling point. If I'm gonna put this head to head with my Rimowa, this is a nicer suitcase in a lot of ways. But is this 3 times the suitcase of what this is? Absolutely not. Not even close. I mean, this is a solid piece of luggage for the cost. And it's aluminum. And that aluminum piece is really what I love about it. Because I know some people say, well, this will dent. You know, the plastic ones typically don't dent. This will dent over time and use. That's a badge of honor. You can always come back to, I know exactly where that heads. So like on my suitcase, I have several dents, several scratches. I know exactly where those came from, and I like talking about, oh yeah, well this guy, yeah, whatever, one was on a cruise ship, the guy just kind of tossed the bag, he dented it. I know exactly what happened. Another one was on a shuttle to Avis to get a car, and he stacked another bag on top of it, dented a little bit there. Those are badges of honor for me, proof that I've been traveling. And so I don't see that as a hinder. If you're looking at aluminum suitcases, this is definitely one I would definitely consider, specifically at the price point that it's at. So, aside from that, rolled really good in the airport as well as in the subway areas. Rolled pretty even good on carpeted areas, but carpet usually, the spinner suitcases don't do as well anyway. But all in all, the price point that this guy is at, solid piece of luggage. So Level 8, you did a good job. I liked it, my daughter liked it. It's probably one that's gonna get used from here on out because it's a 2 thumbs up suitcase. So thanks for watching to the end, guys. If you like, comment, share, subscribe down below. Hey, awesome, I appreciate it. And check us out, we will have more luggage reviews. I have several. So, but yeah, by all means, come on back. I will put some videos here at the end that I do recommend if you wanna take a peek at some other options. So yeah, with that said, thanks for watching to the end of the video. Make sure you check out the other video on this specific one if you are interested, as well as if you want to watch my review of the Rimowa. I do have that one from a couple years ago. So thanks for watching to the end. See you back here on techgooch for another video review. See you soon.